A calm, reflective exploration of how mental loops become shields. Core psychology, cognitive avoidance, default mode network, emotional suppression. You've been thinking about it again. The same thought, the same loop, over and over, like a record with a scratch in it. And you've told yourself, this is just how your mind works. You overthink, you're wired that way. But what if the loop isn't the problem? What if the loop is hiding one? You know the feeling. Late at night, when everything is quiet, your mind is anything but. It rehashes a conversation from 3 days ago. It picks apart a decision you already made. It builds entire futures, then tears them down, then builds them again. You call it anxiety. You call it overthinking. You wear it almost like a personality trait. I'm just someone who thinks too much. But here's what psychology tells us. Overthinking, true relentless overthinking, is rarely about the thoughts themselves. It's a process called cognitive avoidance. The mind has discovered something uncomfortable, a feeling, a truth, a question it doesn't want to answer. So it does what any good escape artist does. It creates noise, lots and lots of mental noise to drown out the one thing it doesn't want you to hear. Before we go further, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. Your mind is not malfunctioning. What you're doing, this looping, this circling, this endless analysis, it's not a character flaw. It's a coping strategy, a sophisticated one. The brain is not chaotic. It is protective. Every pattern it creates has a purpose, even when that purpose quietly works against you. The overthinking is your mind trying to feel in control, because somewhere beneath the noise, something feels out of control. And that matters. Here's what's actually happening inside your brain. There's a network called the default mode network, the DMN. Neuroscientists sometimes call it the brain's storytelling machine. It's the network that becomes active when you're not focused on a task, when you're drifting, when you're alone with your thoughts. Under normal conditions, the DMN generates memory, imagination, planning. It's creative, reflective, even beautiful in its design. But here's the catch. When unresolved emotional material exists, grief you haven't processed, a boundary you haven't set, a truth you're not ready to face, the DMN doesn't rest. It circles. It keeps returning to the wound, not to heal it, but to manage it from a safe distance. Think of it like a moth and a flame. The overthinking mind is drawn to something, but it won't land on it. It orbits. It analyzes the flame from every angle. It thinks about the heat, models the light, considers what would happen if it got closer. But it never lands. Because landing means feeling, and feeling means confronting whatever is actually there. Psychologists call this rumination, and research by Susan Nolan-Hoekfema at Yale showed that the more we ruminate, the worse we feel. Not because thinking is bad, but because repetitive thinking without resolution keeps emotional material perpetually activated in the nervous system. Your brain stays in a low-level state of alert, not quite danger, not quite peace, just hovering. So what do you do with this? Not a quick fix, not a productivity hack, but a few principles grounded in how the mind actually works. Step 1. Name the loop, not the thought. The next time you notice yourself cycling on the same idea, don't try to solve the thought. Instead,